Okay. Let's see what happens. Preparing, setting. Done. And it looks like we are good.
Let me see here.
You see it, Matt?
Not yet.
Should be there because I've got it.
All right.
And I can see that it says custom live streaming service.
That's necessary. Yeah, I'm still not seeing it live on that link.
Can everybody see us? Those of you that are in the YouTube chat.
Yeah, it's live, Matt.
Oh, excellent.
Up in the upper left-hand corner, you can click on custom live streaming service and then actually click on the link and it'll throw you in there.
Oh, you know what? You know the reason why I can't see it? It's because
Why?
I'm not a member. I was on my Matt Hollis account.
Oh, there we go.
Craig, since you're the main dude,
The hostess with the mostest.
yeah, can you boot him? Can you boot Matt out of here?
I'm not
I
an
don't
inner
actually. I
circle
don't want to
member.
boot Matt out of here. Well, Matt. I mean, as long as you're here, you're here. So
No, I'll
and
fix it. I'll fix it. I
Okay.
gotta spend the money.
Okay. All right. So, welcome everybody. Thank you so much for your patience. Yes, Pat, you are looking for the Zoom link, and guess what? Ask and ye shall receive. There it is in the chat. So, anybody watching who would like to join us here in the Zoom, so that we can do the breakthrough session with you personally, or however you want to go about doing it, please join us. Room is open. Here we go. I see more beautiful faces joining into us, and we so appreciate you being a part of this. This is our first. Now, yes, the last time was our first breakthrough session, but this is our first true inner circle breakthrough session. So those of you that are part of the inner circle, bless you and thank you so much for being here. We've got so much to do, so much to share, not just today, but down the road. I mean, this is going to be an amazing community, and we are so happy, so happy that you are part of it. Just a few things before we actually get things underway, because I'm assuming we are all good to go. And
Yep, everything's great.
Yep.
Awesome melody.
We
Yeah.
have beautiful faces and people joining us. Hello, Matt. I see you in the YouTube chat, so we got you there.
Hi, Rochelle. Hi, Corky.
just-
Hey, Rebecca. Sorry.
It's okay. I know I have a tendency to roll on this. Want to welcome the people who have joined the Inner Circle since our last week. Thank you very much to Paul Lilburn, Jim Williamson, Don Schaefer, Scott McKinney, Mary Martyr, Linda Blackdeer, and Deborah Bronner, who have joined us. They are our new members, which included today, who have joined the Inner Circle. And we so appreciate you. Thank you so much. You're going to be a very important part of this community as we continue to move forward and share the word with everybody. So also for those of you who would like to consider talking with Robert today, this is going to be very, very fun. Go ahead and raise your hand. Okay, very simple to do. And you have to be in Zoom. Okay. Otherwise, if you're watching us on YouTube, thank you very much. You can make comments in the YouTube comment section, but the breakthrough sessions will take place in Zoom. And I did post the link up there, roberthollis.com/IC. Anyways, so go ahead and to raise your hand in Zoom. It's very simple. Just go ahead on put your cursor in the middle of the screen. At the bottom of the screen, you'll see a bunch of buttons. One of them is called Reactions. Click on that button and then click on Raise Hand, and it will let us know that you have a question you wish to share, and we will call upon you. We'll go as far as we can with Robert, and if we have some leftover time, or if there are some leftover, we'll catch you the next time. So just letting you know, because we know Robert likes to really deep dive into everything that he does, and that is a good thing. So without further ado, let's get started with our breakthrough session, our very first breakthrough session, exclusively in the Inner Circle. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Robert Hollis!
Well, Craig, thank you. You're the hostess with the mostest. As Craig was, saying the names of the new members that have joined and stuff, he's just such a natural at this. Me and him have been working together, and it's going to be so fun working with Craig to help millions and millions of people. And so what I thought I would start out doing, if you guys don't mind, is I thought I would share with you, first of all, my personal story on my biggest breakthrough, on my biggest breakthrough. And so, because I know that some of you will probably experience this, so I thought I'd help you. So, so a lot of really quickly, I don't have to go into depth, but my father and mother not only were raging alcoholics, but when I mean raging, it was raging. And what was so awful is that when my dad beat me and my mom up, putting us in the hospital, that's when the state felt like they had to step in for a 10, 11-year-old and take me away from my parents because my mom wouldn't protect me. And so I know that some of you know that, it was sad to say that, we go back in the years of people being on the planet, and it was just one of those things that it's none of my business. I'm not supposed to interfere. It doesn't make a difference if, people are being abused. We just don't say anything, right? And so I would say that whatever abandonment issues and stuff that I was dealing with, there was more of, because foster care and orphanages, it's pretty weird that someone, and I'll be careful here in saying this, but some experts sat around and figured out this concept that it wasn't good for a child to get connected to, some kind of person, you know what I mean? So the deal is even if I was in a foster home or an orphanage, the whole concept was that they didn't want you there very long because they thought that you could get connected to somebody. And then if you got connected with somebody, then it would be harder for them to break you away from those people too. And I'm sitting there thinking, wow, so it wasn't just that I didn't think my parents wanted me, but also I realized that anyone that I met as far as my relatives didn't want me, close family didn't want me. And now I'm going to an adopted home and they don't tell you, hey, listen, Robert, I just need you to know that you're only going to be here for 6 months, 7 months, and then we're going to move you to another place. See, it would have been neat if a kid could understand that, so that when they got taken away from a family and given to another family, in their mind, they didn't think, oh, these people don't want me either. So now that's a change in town, a change in friends, a change in school. And I'm not saying this to say anything to you guys other than, and there was a lot of all kinds of abuse in some of the foster homes that I was in. But when all of a sudden at the age of 18, you're basically given a garbage bag and told that you're on your way, that here you are, you're an adult. But that wasn't my problem, because before I graduated from high school, I got caught stealing a beer truck for a class party. So I just got to finish high school a day before graduation, and I got a free ride to the federal penitentiary in Bismarck, North Dakota. Now, a lot of you might be going, why are you telling me this stuff? Because, I just want you to know, as I'm helping you with your breakthroughs, that it doesn't come from just me learning from other people about breakthroughs. It was actually me figuring out how I could change my own life. And so by the time I get out to be an adult now, went to a trade school. I got to take some trade school courses in the penitentiary. And so I went to North Dakota State College of Science, and it was the #1 trade school at the time. And I had already had a few people tell me that I should be a mechanic. So that's when all of a sudden my life sort of excelled. And it was simply by hanging around people that were doing something with their lives versus people that are not. I'm sure some people might see these later on, but my wife, her very best friend that she had in kindergarten, not only had her 60th birthday party, but during that 60th birthday party, it was the first time that she was proposed to. You know what I mean? So she's never been married and doesn't have any kids, but my wife got to hang around a lot of people that she's not used to hanging around. And she was just saying, man, they're so negative. They're complaining about politics and they're complaining about the government. And I don't know if you guys just heard that the state of Montana was the first state to ban TikTok. You know what I mean? So, it might be a little red here as far as the people and the conservatism and stuff like this. So I say all that to say that my wife just said, wow, when you hang around people that are doing their best to be the best they can be, baby steps a little bit at a time, like what about Bob? And if you haven't seen that, you got to watch it with Bill Murray. It's funny. But I wanted to say to every one of you that once I got out of college and then I moved to California, because I got a job out there, there was a lot of, I was good. I think that every one of you feel extremely comfortable at something. And it doesn't mean that you have to be good for somebody else. Do you know what I mean by that? It's like, hey, I'm good at throwing a softball. I'm good at fishing. I'm good at, complaining. I don't know. Maybe it's, but you're good at something, And so I say all that to say that my biggest breakthrough was feeling like I was worthy, feeling like I was enough. Because my trauma and all my back thinking was, if people get to know me, they don't want to be around me anymore. And if they only knew that half of my life I didn't have a mom and dad, that I hung around the wrong people and ended up being incarcerated and being a felon. Are you guys following me? And so there's this part, oh, by the way, I went to special school, special classes, because I'm dyslexic. I can't read or spell. And so all of a sudden, it's like when I get out in the world, it was great for me to be introverted. So where did you find Bobby Hollis? Under a car or in the hood of a car. It's like, guy walks up, hey, this needs to be fixed on the car. Okay, fix it. Bring the work order back. I don't need to talk to anybody. So even as I grew up and got older, I had like 3 really close friends. Does anybody want to guess what these 3 friends did? The same thing I did. So there were other mechanics that built race cars, and David Beckley and Todd Fuchs. So I had a couple of friends that were close, and they did exactly the same thing. They built cars, they were introverted, and that was my story. So to go from there to all of a sudden a guy telling me, hey, You got to connect with people. You got to connect with strangers. We had a thing back then where, they actually said that if a person was in slapping distance, that you should talk to them. The other one was, I guess we could do this with our phone now, is if you slid a mirror under their nose and it fogged up, you should be talking to that person. So a pulse, Lisa Marie, if they have a pulse. So they actually called it the 3-foot rule. So now it's not whether or not other people might be interested in being involved with me in anything. It's that I needed to talk to strangers, and we're talking about stranger danger, right? So the hardest thing that I had to get around is, who the hell am I? Who the hell am I? I'm not successful. You want to talk about cars? We can talk about cars. But I haven't made any money doing anything else. I'm not the sharpest tool in the shed. There's certain words that I can't say because I can't see them in my mind. Just feeling inadequate, unworthy, not enough. Oh, what's part of that? What are people going to think about me? What are they? All these people that walk around with if only they, what are they going to say? So I wanted you guys to share with you that, not only did this book open that up, because it's not just about I am statements. So they always say, well, start talking positive and say positive stuff. When you got a bunch of dinos in your head that are fighting you, multiple voices in your head where I am strong. I know you're not. I'm worthy. I'm enough. Bullshit. It's like all of a sudden, as soon as you come out with this positive affirmation and stuff, it was like everything inside me was saying no. So, you can scream I am statements all day, and you can do positive statements all day, and you can write out positive statements all day. But until you feel grateful for who you are and what you are, that you start putting a value on who you are, that you stop giving people discounts, right? So all of a sudden, when I knew that I was valuable, and how many people think that I felt that I became valuable after I made money? See, that's got to be the suckiest thing of all. You know what I mean? It's like, hey, if any one of you are making 10 grand a month right now, your mind goes, if I was making 10 grand a month right now, I'm going to obliterate everybody. I'll go through people so fast and so quick because, hey, you're not smart enough to make 10 grand a month anyway. So F you, I'm on my way. You know what I mean? But the mindset has to come first. And so everybody, that's on here, the biggest reason for breakthroughs is for you to know that you love yourself, that you're a miracle, that you are enough, that you are worthy, that you can't wait to receive. And so a lot of stuff that you might learn from me in other businesses, I just want you to know that breakthrough is to get your head in the right spot where all of a sudden you're not procrastinating. You're looking forward to what you want to do. You're willing, you understand that a majority of the people out there are clueless because now you're becoming aware. And so now you're not so critical and judgmental about 90% of the population. They're never going to get it. And they don't want to get it. They want to stay in their ways. They don't want to change. And if you talk about something, you guys have heard me talk about this on other videos, but man, I hang around a bunch of unaware people. See, I was trying to find what I really was going to say, right? And I hang around a group of people that they are so unhappy and so clueless. And this guy looks out in the driveway where I was over helping my mother-in-law put a new faucet in her house. And this guy gets out and he goes, "Is that a Tesla?" And he goes, "Yeah." And he goes, "Wait until you got to spend $18,000 for a battery." And the old Bobby would have lit his ass up, man. I would, hey, I'm a master automotive technician, you retard. And you guys did pay a monthly subscription to be a part of the inner circle. So if you want to cancel yourself, you can. All right. But it's like the $9.99 that you're paying to be in the inner circle is like you're watching HBO. Can we be grown-ups here and just talk the way we feel? And if you, it's not that you have to agree with me, but let's find out why you think the way you think. All right. And so right away, does that mean that Bobby's still not here? Oh yeah, I wanted to light him up. It was like, and then there's a part of me that was giggling. And he goes, "I sure hope you don't put that thing in the garage." I was like, "Why?" "Well, because they'll burn the garage down and burn your house down." I'm just like going, wow. And then the guy was all excited to show me this 62 Nova that he was building, that he's been building his whole life. It's still not complete. Do you guys know anybody that never finishes freaking anything? Never finishes anything. And so I'm like looking at this piece of junk because he doesn't even have the awareness or the wherewithal to actually build it correctly. But wait a minute. I've built professional race cars. I built and modified every part on a car. So of course he doesn't know what my eyes are looking at. The chassis needs to be changed. The whole interior needs to be changed. Put a right suspension under that. What I think a good car is not what he thinks a good car is. So I wanted to open up but not take too much time, but I'm still 36 years after being mentored by someone like me now. See, I don't even think I could have said that a year ago. Just in the last year, and it's going to sound like I'm bragging, but I'm proud of myself. I look at some of the other people that are doing coaching and breakthroughs and all kinds of stuff, and I listen to them and I'm going like, wow, they have not worked on their self as much as I have. They still got places to go. So I'm still working on myself as well. But I wanted you guys to really, really get that, if you want everything in your life to change, and I mean everything in your life to change, you get this gratitude thing down. And the most grateful thing is the creation of you, of how unique and special that you are, that you have 1 in a 400 trillion chance of even being alive. And there's no one that's got your DNA. If you did a robbery and you had your fingerprints there, or you'd put a drop of blood, they'll find you. It used to be, well, I've never been arrested. No, they'll now just pull up in a DNA base and they'll track your ass down. They'll go up and find your grandma and grandpa and your great grandma and grandpa and start working down the tree. And they're like, Rochelle, you're not getting away with this. And so with that uniqueness and us being created to create, I got to get you to where I am. Because if you guys notice something, I've tried to just say to myself, how can I impact others and really make a huge difference in people's lives? And we go, Robert, we should do breakthroughs again. And I said, okay, we should do it. And then we do it. Do you guys notice when I think about doing something, I just go, hey, this is where I'm going. Left turn, right turn, go. And other people sit around, where's he going? Where's he going? You know, it's like, hey, what's he changing? And it's like, no, listen, this is a necessary. I believe, and some of you are going to not believe this when I tell you this. Did have one more thing to say. My wife and I were walking our Goldens today. And me and Matt today had a conversation with one of the employees of this new guy that we're learning from. That, geez, he helps Tony Robbins and Grant Cardone and Gary Vaynerchuk and Russell Brunson. Trying to think of some of the other names. Richard Branson, a billionaire. This guy helps these people with their YouTube channel. And it's not that he says that he does. There's videos of these guys going, this guy is a freaking monster. He's a beast. He's a beast. Some of you will catch on. And it's like, you know, why not learn from the best of the best of the best of the best? And so I'm going to hire him as a coach. Because I want someone looking at my YouTube channel and going, how did this guy get 100 million subscribers? He's got 20 trillion views on his YouTube channel. So you guys are going to see me step into the stratosphere very, very quick. So they went through a bunch of stuff about me. And it's sort of fun to listen to a guy that teaches this and goes, dude, man, you are going to knock this out of the park. You're going to crush it. And I was like, really? And he goes, oh my God, your love and passion for people. There's some people that don't have that. And he says, why are you doing this? I said, I want to change millions and millions of people's lives, and I'll generate the income to help millions of others that can't help themselves. They're like, this is simple. This is easy. And so my wife and I was talking about that, Matt and I too. And when I found out about the industry of network marketing, not only was I blessed to learn from a mentor, but 5 years after being with him, do you guys realize that I purposely found every goat in the industry? So not only was I following what Rich and Jay Van Alden did that became worth $6 billion in Amway. See, I don't know of any other people that's worth $6 billion that built a network marketing group. So, you know, then I learned from Don Fala, and then I learned from Jim Rohn, and then I learned from Big Al. And I know that some of you will find this hard to believe, but I not only found out about their information, but I devoured everything they had. I read everything that they published. I watched every video over and over again. I would take the time to write in leather-bound journals, everything that I learned from them. And why am I saying this? That if someone wanted to be a great, great, great network marketer, if they went to my YouTube channel and they didn't go through every video that I have understanding this profession to make millions of dollars, then they really don't listen and they're not really serious. So someone said, how much more do you have to teach on network marketing? Nothing. Nothing. I can keep repeating the same subjects that I always cover, but it's pretty damn simple. It's like, do you want it at retail or wholesale? I'll take it at wholesale. Try the product. I like it. It's really good. Great. Then share your affiliate link. What do you do? I don't know what to do. And it's like, oh my God, really? So it's not that it's simple. It's that you haven't had the breakthrough yet to believe in it the way I frickin' do. Because if you had the mental breakthrough to believe that on the other side of this wall, here's a hammer, start knocking down this wall. Why should I knock down this wall? There's millions of dollars in this wall. You'll never, ever, 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 ever need money again. But I don't want to knock down that wall. What are other people going to say if I start hitting the wall? And they're going to think that I'm stupid. And I don't want to do it. What if I get hurt? See, it's you don't want to grab the hammer and start beating the hell out of the wall because you don't believe there's $1 million there. And what would other people think? And maybe I'll hurt myself. Do you guys understand what I'm saying? There are some people, if I said there's $1 million in this wall, here's a hammer, they would, a person like me will just start beating the crap out of the wall. Because my mind would go, if they say it's in there, it's in there. If this ain't my wall and not my house, I'll have to repair this, but I'm getting $1 million. Who gives a rip? I'll give some of the money to the person that owns the house. My mind thinks different now. Then throwing up all the red flags, I just move forward, tell the world, and figure it out. Does that make sense? Okay, so I wanted to share this because this will always be the first breakthrough in the paid class. And I'll ask people, hey, listen, here's what this is about. This is about getting you past the person that doesn't believe in what they're doing, because it just doesn't have it doesn't have anything to do with what you do. Does that make sense to you guys? It's like that saying that I've said in another video, and I can end here. It's everything that you'll usually find out through breakthroughs is the opposite of what you thought. And the reason that it's the opposite of what you thought is because that's why that's why you need a breakthrough. That's why you're procrastinating. That's why you're not doing what you're supposed to do, because you're thinking the backwards. You're saying, if I only knew the info, and if I could get all the facts, and if I could learn exactly what to do and how to say to the right people at the right time. See, if you gave me all of this stuff, then I could. No, you become first, then you do, and then you have. Everything's learned through action. And people that act are people that are not scared to act, because they believe in themselves and they know they'll figure it out. And they know there's a lot of lessons, what other people call failures. You guys catch this? So that's the things that we're going to work on here. So Craig, back to you. I seen Rebecca raise her hand and then she put it down, then put it back up. So,
oh, I guess she's still here. So then, Rebecca, let's go ahead and get
she
started.
Says I'm not running yet.
Okay. Then let's go ahead and bring you on really quickly. And there you are. You're on mute and you're outside. And thank you for joining us, Rebecca. Welcome.
Oh, hey, thanks so much. I thought he was getting ready to run. So, hey, thanks. First of all, thank you guys so much. I've been in the background for quite a while, and I want to thank every one of you for what you've shared and the breakthroughs that you've had that have inspired me as well. And that's how it goes, right? Robert, I thank you, and Craig and Matt, and each one of you. So I am shaking. I'm shaking. I'm committed to coming off the sidelines. How about that?
I love and appreciate you, Rebecca. Thank you for coming on here. And I just know where your heart is. And Rebecca flies all over the world, taking care of our friendly skies and taking care of people, but she needs to break away from that. So Rebecca, thank you so much for saying that.
Thank you so much. And I love you guys. And I look forward to when we can really get into some things and I can share beyond surface level, because I'm pretty good at that part. I can ask other people all kinds of questions. Let's just not talk about me or why I'm not competing.
When the time, Rebecca, when the timing's right, you're gonna know it is.
Yes, thank you so much. Love you guys.
Love you too. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you so much, Rebecca, and break a leg there.
Yeah. You know what? Let me bring up something quick, even though Rebecca, it's like some of you are going to learn the breakthrough that you need by not doing breakthrough. You know what I mean? So when Rebecca said that, it's like, man, I was the super quiet person that was listening, that was just always behind the scene for probably close to 2 years. And it's like, I was that guy. I'm telling you guys that I was that bad. Hey, Robert, you got anything to add? I would shake my head. I wouldn't even say, no, thank you. I was like, nope. So as some of you are in here, please, just maybe, I don't know, for those of you that know people that like to talk too much, maybe you send them and say, hey, ask Robert this question for me. Because we all have our fit. So Craig, back to you. And again, thank you, Rebecca.
Thank you, Rebecca, and I hope your son does well. All right. Let's go ahead. I see Shauna and Corky with their hands up. So guess who goes first? By the name that I mentioned. By the power vested in me in Breakthrough Sessions, I call on Shauna Hancock to unmute herself and please join us.
Boy, Craig, you about popped in the Renaissance Fair character share there. It's like, that was awesome, man. You guys got to see Craig perform. It's like, we will have seminars very soon where Craig will be on stage performing. You guys will. The best compliment I could give to an actor is when Craig gets into actor mode, you forget that it's Craig Jackman. That's what acting means. You know what I mean? It's like, who in the hell is this guy? So, okay, Shauna, I'm sorry.
No, that's okay. Thank you so much. I'm so excited for the breakthrough. Right when I saw you were having this, I told you I was trying to figure it out. My phone wasn't allowing me. So I was like, Kevin, get on the laptop, get me on. So
I'm glad you guys' relationship is still in a place where you can tell him what to do. You know what I mean?
Yes. Well, he took the laptop. So we're down to one laptop and he's been taking it in the truck.
Got it.
So yeah, so I was like, you have to do this for me. So,
Good. Make sure you tell him hi.
I will. Yeah, he's supposed to be home tonight sometime. So,
okay.
So super excited on that. Haven't seen him all week. But yeah, and so for me, I just I get nervous when, like, I know what I want to say to people, but it's the reaching out, then I just start getting nervous.
Okay.
I am finding that I'm learning. My family has always been the, be proper, be dressed nice, everything. My grandma's very into to the church. So it was always like, what are the church people going to say? Like, yeah. So we always had to dress nice. And my son is actually breaking me of that because he'll come out with his clothes not matching. And I'm like, you've got to match. He's like, why? And I'm like, I don't know. Dress the way you want, so he's helping me on that. And yeah, trying not to worry about what people say.
Yeah, I'm proud of you at that because you've heard me tell my personal stories of, listen, your eyes are bigger than your stomach. You need to eat what's on your plate. Don't you know there's kids dying in Ethiopia that we could mail this food to? It really is bizarre that when you really go, where in the hell why am I saying this? Why am I feeling this? Why am I acting this? And Shauna, the first step of it, and I'm proud of you, is that you're aware that it's there.
Mm-hmm.
See, when you're aware that it's there, you can go, where'd that come from? And why is this so important to me? You know, and it's like, wait a minute, it's not, you know what I mean? So let me tell you how to get past the nervousness. The way to get past the nervousness is totally disregard what you should say and start trusting your instincts, your feelings.
Okay.
So when you first reach out to somebody, maybe spend just a little bit of time, maybe 30 seconds, a minute, looking at their Facebook profile, looking at their posts, and you get out of the nervousness, because the nervousness is you thinking you're going to do something wrong. See, the nervousness comes from the reptile part of our brain that is protecting Shauna. So a lot of people go, how can I stop that? You don't want to stop that. Nervousness and fear is what makes you not want to jump out of a moving car.
Right.
It's like it's there to protect us. But when we're like walking into a dark room and now we're going to have a conversation with someone who are like, I don't want to sound stupid, I don't want to sound whatever. The best way to get rid of that is by thinking about what's in it for them, like the video that I did recently. And so what you do is you immediately go into questions. Eric Markman reached out to me, and because I'm making the shift of focusing on breakthroughs more than the quote on, like, Eric Markman will see someone on the side of the street or in a parking lot, and he'll get out of his van and walk up to him and say, hi, and they go, hi. And he goes, can I pray for you? See, it's not nervousness if you're walking up to somebody or you're reaching out to someone on social media and you're just asking them for a question. So now that we went to the gift part, which is mastering the science of getting rich, I was telling Eric today, God, why can't it be shorter? Hi, Shauna. I was just connecting with you because I seen your profile and you seem like a really awesome person. And I was wondering if it was okay if I gave you a gift that someone gave to me that really helped me in every area of my life. So now it's not your heart and your feeling and your mind trying to figure out how not to make a mistake.
Right.
So, you know, if I gave you, I said, you know, Shauna, listen, I'm going to give you $1 for every $1 that you give away. And I hand you a stack of $10,000. And I have a guy with a video camera. And I go, Shauna, you got to go out and until you give this money away, I'll give you $10,000 if you give 10,000 away. And see, it's like some people would go, okay, so it's a lot of ones. But you could walk up to one person and say, listen, I'm just here to gift people. Do you want the $10,000? See, so now all of a sudden your mind's like, well, it would be easier to try to give away $1. See what I mean? Our mind is hilarious. It is. You shouldn't be mad at yourself, and that's why Lisa's been so great on these breakthroughs, because you know, when you can stop beating yourself up for just having thoughts. So you have the thought, but then you go, that's stupid. You know what I mean? And so right away, if you knew that it was just about you giving and you sowing seeds, and the more seeds that you sowed, the bigger your harvest was going to be. And you can't go through the numbers without finding the people that have ears to hear. Now, my style is more of asking them. You know, I hope this message finds you and your family doing great and safe. I hope you have the best year ever. See, and so, you know, this has helped me make my life where it is today. It's really helped me. I like to give it to you. But then you go, is it okay if I give this to you? Wow, thank you for thinking of me. Yes, absolutely. You know, if you want to get results from it right away, do chapter 4, 14, and 7 in those orders. You see what I mean? So now go back to you handing money out. So now you walk up to somebody and say, hey, I'd like to give you $100. And they go, no, thank you. And you're like, if they only knew. So your mind would go, if they only knew that there wasn't no strings, there's no attachments. I'm not asking them any questions. I'm not trying to make them look stupid. I'm not trying to embarrass them. But yet a majority of the people are going to go, no, leave me alone. No, I'm not interested. You know, and you just go, wow, that's bizarre. I wish every person could go through that exercise. Because when you find people that try to give things away, like free hugs, and they hold a sign, and you see the majority of the people just walk on by, it's sad, but that's the way it is.
Right.
So it's God's master plan, and you know, maybe what people are looking for is people that can bring back the humanity side, where people go, wow, you know, because that was me. That was me. I thought that everybody was out to get me. The whole entire world is out to get me. And so it was weird. I didn't find the people that really cared until I started to care. It was really bizarre. So when I learned this, people started freaking out because they would introduce me to someone, Shauna. They go, oh my God, I met this guy, Greg. Can I introduce him to you? Blah, 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 blah. And I'd get on and I could just feel and sense, and I'd go, hey, Greg, you know, how do you know Shauna? Believe it or not, I just met her at the supermarket. Oh, really? And did you guys have a great conversation? You know, yeah, Shauna's a very nice person. So when she asked me to meet with you, why would you want to start your own business? Why would you want to learn how to make money online? I don't. So why are you here? Shauna's so nice, she asked me to meet you. And I didn't want to upset her, so I just said, yeah. Well, listen, Greg, since we're here, why don't I briefly tell you who we are and what we're doing? And possibly you might know someone that you could introduce me and Shauna to. Oh, okay. And then they go, why don't you tell me the rest since I'm here? See, because when you introduce me to them, they're thinking, oh, I'm getting tag team. And not only am I going to get tag team, but they're going to try to sell me something and get me into something. See how we all bring our own little baggage to every conversation. So try to think, how could I disarm that? Because then when you tell them, hey, you know, we don't have to talk about business at all. In fact, if you want to, we can just talk about family and then they all of a sudden go, no, wait a minute. You know, I slotted an hour for this. You know, let's go. So did that help you?
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, trust your instincts more and just go, what would be a way that I could connect with this human being, making them feel better when we get off the conversation and not, oh my God, I dodged a bullet.
Okay.
Okay.
Yep.
And you'll see when you start asking them questions, they'll start trying to control the conversation because it is about them. See, so if they come into the conversation, why we're so nervous and scared to say something wrong is we really know the truth, don't we? A majority of the people don't like to be sold, but they'll buy all kinds of garbage and junk if they got the money. They're uneducated, so they're using stuff right now that they shouldn't use. It's like, what's the ingredients of this product? And it's like, well, I got to meet my friends over at Cracker Barrel. You know what I mean? So it's like, wow, you're talking about ingredients on a product. You know what I mean? It's like, it's funny. isn't it? And so, yeah, just trust your instincts more and just go, I don't have to know the answers going into this. I don't have to have something preset to say.
Okay.
And see, and that's just not about business. That's about everything in life. You guys will notice the people that ask the most questions and listen the most, and then people will walk away and go, where'd you meet Shauna? Oh, she's just a part of a company that I'm with. She's amazing. God, she's so sweet. She's so nice. I really love her. I really like her. You know what they're really saying? Wow, she's a great listener. That's what they're saying.
Right. And I am trying to do more of that because
So,
I always can, there's always like something I want to say because I can relate and I want to jump in, and I'm learning to shut up.
yeah. And the more ask, you'll find if you really get to know people, what if you didn't have to bring up what you were doing? What if you didn't? And it just became a conversation. And then the person one day goes, you know, Shauna, it's funny. We've had a couple of conversations. I thought that you reached out to me because maybe you wanted to get me in something or sell me something. But then I realized that's not true. Well, I love helping people, no doubt. And I'm always looking for help because I'm looking for a way to make whatever I want to make happen. I want to help children or animals or whatever. And it's like, really? Well, tell me a little bit about that. What? She's asking me or he's asking me a question that I can elaborate on now. Those are awesome. And again, people will do it because there's something instinctively that makes them feel like you're a good listener. So now they need to be a good listener.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
And I've even said to people, listen, you know what? This is what I'm trying to accomplish. And I know we don't know a lot about each other, but what are some things that you think that I could do or people I could talk to make this happen? Now you're just asking for their opinion.
Mm-hmm.
And so a conversation always meaningful between two people really does some amazing things. I'm still friends with some people that never got in business with me. So pretty awesome. Any other questions, Shauna?
Nope, I'm good right now.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Everybody give Shauna a hand. That was awesome. So yeah, immediately before I think the number one thing that people say when they don't know what they want, listen closely, you guys. The number one thing that people say when they don't know what they want is they just would like to help people. Because that is such an easy out. Oh my God. You could be brutally honest and say, well, in 6 minutes, one of my favorite Netflix things are coming on. You could be more honest. But what we say is, well, what would you like to do? I would like to help people. That's what I would like to do, is help people. It's like, is there people that don't? It's like, what? it's like, okay. And then you don't want to call them on the rug, right? It's such a weird conversation. Oh, I love helping people. Hey, Shauna, if you don't mind me asking, give me a name of somebody like in the last 60 days that you feel like you really helped them. See, that makes the conversation really uncomfortable, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So you would never ever call someone out on that. But people do want to help people. They just don't know how. So if they believe that they could do that through you, then bingo. Shauna, again, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Shauna, thank you so much. Great share there. All right. If you're watching on YouTube, please don't forget to like our video. Also to subscribe to our channel. We appreciate it when you do. And then, of course, being part of this breakthrough session, we so are glad that you are with us. And, that's what this is all about, is helping you get a breakthrough. So, Robert, bless you for doing this. Thank you so much. And, that's what I love about Inner Circle is it's, when we're in, like on Robert's daily going lives or on the Ask Me Anythings, it's this big community. Not that there's a problem with that, but let's get down to the nitty gritty.
Yeah.
And that's what's so beautiful about this community. And Robert, Matthew, thank you so much for setting this up. It's a pleasure and an honor to be a part of this. And I see Corky with his hand up and Bill with his hand up. Corky, you were first. I see you just unmuted yourself. Let her rip. Let's go ahead and hear from you, please.
Hi there. Thank you. Can
Hey,
you hear
Corky.
me okay? Can you hear me good? Can you hear me okay?
I can hear you perfect, Corky.
Okay, good. All right. It sounds like it's probably delayed a little bit. Anyway, I had the privilege of having lunch with Shauna and Kevin at boot camp. And what a treat that was. We had a blast. It was really fun.
They're
sitting
great
with
people.
them. I
They
can't
are
wait-
definitely great
Yeah.
people.
I can't wait to meet them for the view. We see them again and get to meet my wife and stuff. So yeah, they're awesome people. And pardon me?
The view's going to be a blast.
Yeah, it's going to be good. I'm looking forward to it. Trying to figure out the hotel thing or Airbnb or whatever next. Anyway, Robert, what you have done to me is I'm not thinking big enough. I'm not thinking big enough. I kicked myself. I was mowing the lawn yesterday, kicking myself because yes, I'm a Santa. I'm in the top 1%. I'm not pleased. This is not a brag. It is just something that happened. It's just I had a vision of being a great Santa. And
Was it lucky?
no, it's God.
It is.
And serving people.
It is.
And
So
what-
so if God opened that door, what door aren't you walking through?
That's what I want to talk to you. That's what I want to kind of talk about is that, hey, part of it is distraction. I actually come on to this deal right here with my iPad still on TikTok saying, I got to go. If you've seen me up like this, I
Yeah.
have to go because I've committed to this. Well, what is happening right now, it's distraction for me. But, my distraction is not YouTube. Yeah, okay. I got a little YouTube distraction because there's certain things I like to, but my distraction is in TikTok. What is happening right now is, for whatever reason, God, just my attitude, everything. There's a contest going on in TikTok.
Okay.
And as you go up and, you get more viewers, you get more people to give you gifts, more people that level up. And, I help them do it because it's for them too. They level up and it's a big thing. We had 15th in the world yesterday.
Wow.
15th in the world. Okay.
So why do you
Well,
look
it's-
at it? Why is that a distraction?
It's not big enough. TikTok
Okay.
is shallow water. TikTok is shallow water.
Yeah, but if
Don't
you're
get
good
me
at
wrong.
it, if you're good at it,
life-changing.
why not ride the wave at the same time? There's enough of you to go around. You can
Right?
do.
No, but I want to do YouTube because I think it's bigger. Because part of it is it's Santa is big. I'm bigger than that. I can do Santa. I want to do Santa for free. I want to change people's life by channeling through my Santedness
Yeah.
and go bigger than this, because I know it's happening. I'm telling you, this is life changing, folks. This is life changing.
So awesome.
I have the same issues. I'm mowing the lawn going, oh my gosh, I'm not thinking big enough. I'm not thinking big enough. Why is, because when you say 25,000, you say 100 million people, then you tell me you got this guy helping you that you're going to hire that's got all these other guys. I'm going, I'm just a pea. I'm just a small guy right here. I got to go bigger.
But it's baby steps. Steps.
I don't have that many summers left.
Yes, you do.
I have a lot to do, and for me, it's legacy. It's huge legacy because of my background as I've had a very alcohol family too. Some of you have heard a little bit of my story. And then I had my bout with alcoholism. And then 12 years ago, I decided it's over, I'm done. And Christ came into my life. And from then on, it's changed completely. But it's just evolving. My TikTok thing is going nuts right now. I'm surpassing what I've done before. And I'm going, this is distraction. This isn't big enough. This
Not
is
distraction.
go away.
It's not distraction.
What? I'm sorry. I get to rattling on. I'm just so excited about life.
No. Think about it this way. So you're asking, here's two things that you're looking for constantly in life. Always two things. It's fulfilling you. It's giving you joy. It's giving you peace. So a lot of people sometimes will say to me, I love doing YouTubes. And I go, well, are you or I love doing Facebook Lives. And I go, are you getting any results out of it? No. Then why are you doing it? What's the reward? Oh my God, I love doing videos. Then keep doing videos. So there's one part of you, first of all, understand when it comes to distractions, we always are saying to ourselves, either or. It's either this or it's this. It's this, so I could make a lot of money, but I believe that family's more important.
Right.
I could make a lot of money, but people say happiness. Money doesn't buy happiness. No one out there is saying, like the scripture that was on my board today is, we all know it, is like all things are possible. It didn't say TikTok is possible, but not YouTube, or YouTube not possible than TikTok. So I want you to understand that if you're aware that as you're doing TikTok, that for me, not only would I keep my foot on the gas on TikTok, but I would be using my TikTok videos to promote my YouTube channel. Are you kidding?
Right.
It's like, wait a minute, that you became 15th in the world, and you're going, hey, you know what? I love TikTok, but you guys got to know I'm taking this to the next level. And you can check out my YouTube channel. I'm going to offer all kinds of things. So make sure you go to youtube.com/Corky Santa Corky. And it's like, this is a feeder for you. So everyone knows when there's a distraction in your life, because the distractions take you away from the joy. They take you away from the fulfillment.
Yeah.
So if I said to you, hey, Corky, what are you doing tomorrow at 3:00? Oh, I'm on TikTok again. I'm going to be on there all day, every day. I watched something this morning, Corky, and I was telling Matthew, I said, and I hope that the rest of you do this. It's the thing that you want most in your life. It's like that thing where, I'm going to get a red sleigh because no one's got a red sleigh. And then all of a sudden, it's like, as soon as you get the red sleigh, everyone's got a red sleigh.
Right.
It's that thing. So I'm constantly pulling stories. So my wife and I are watching the news today, and it blew me away that they're going like, wow, there's some weird stuff happening in this youngest generation that's still in school. And, this guy came on and he's with chess.com, playing chess. And he said, when we seen the spike that we had during the pandemic, I mentally said to myself, it's never going to get better than this. So he said, when the pandemic hit, I think they went from hardly nothing, Corky, to and I'll have my numbers not right, but they went from nothing to like during the pandemic, they went up to 3.5 million people that were on a daily basis on their app, chess.com, whatever that app is, right? On Apple Store or whatever. And he said, so we, all of a sudden the pandemic was over and then it started dropping down. And he said, we're down for about a year. And then he said it went wham, and it went from 3.5 to 5.5. He says last February, our chess app on Apple and Android was the #1 downloaded app in February of this year.
Wow.
And he said, it's all these young kids now that they mentally are saying, I should be doing something else to connect with people than being on social media. So all of a sudden, this chess movement just blew up. And I sent Matt and my family these links, and there was these 2 girls that play chess online on YouTube and on Twitch that have 2 million subscribers of people watching these girls play chess. And I'm going like, and when you see them, to be brutally honest, they're okay to look at for sure. They're really cute girls. But I'm sitting there going like, oh my God. So I'll do so then that led to another person. And then that led to a guy named Gotham Chess. Listen to this. He started his YouTube channel in August 6th of 2018, and he's got 1.3 billion views.
Wow. Wow.
And what does he do all day? Go live on YouTube, sharing his screen of him playing chess with other people.
Mm-hmm.
And you guys are like, well, I just don't know what to put on YouTube. Like, how about filming you? Do whatever brings you joy.
Right. That's one thing I wanted to do. If anybody needed any help in any way, I only have 800, 900 on TikTok. I mean, on YouTube, but I've got a platform, a way to go, and I got a little bit of a setup. It all works.
Yeah.
But I would be happy to help anybody help get started on what you talk about. There's so many ideas. There's so many things you could do. Interview me. Have me come on, interview me.
Yeah. So you know what? We'll do that. We'll do that. But one of the things that I want everyone to know is that you're mentally in your mind making this more difficult than it is.
I probably agree.
Yeah. And so just trust yourself, Corky, enough to know this. Is that, am I feeling happy and fulfilled, excited?
Oh, totally.
Or for the future? Then great. Don't let Dino, we're doing breakthroughs, so hang on here. I haven't brought him out in a long time.
Right.
Okay. So you're loving life on TikTok, being fulfilled, given the joy, and this guy comes up in your ear. Let me put it over here. Is he on this side or is he on the other side, you guys? Where is he?
Other side, Robert.
Other side.
Okay, over here.
There you go. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Face it. There you go. You got him.
Yeah, there you go. And he's in your ear going, you're distracted. You should be focused on YouTube.
Yes.
Yeah, you're wasting your time. It's like you're losing out. You're losing out. Someone's going to take your Santa channel on YouTube and blow you away. You got to get over there right away.
Yep.
Stop listening. Where'd Dino go? All right. But do you understand?
Yes.
So that's again, how many of us beat ourselves up?
Is it scarcity? Is it, am I feeling?
Yes, it is.
Okay. That's
Yes,
kind of
it is.
starting to come to. It's scarcity.
And we're human beings, aren't we, Corky?
Dang it.
We're human beings. So the way that you got to be aware is if you start thinking and talking, and the things that you're talking and thinking are making you not feel good, shut it down. And I do it verbally. If I was mowing the lawn, Corky, and a thought came in, oh my God, how am I going to make this conversion from TikTok to YouTube? You know what? Shut up. I can do both at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
I have a lot of energy when I'm talking about how to inspire people and make people feel loved. The more I help people, the more energy they have, the more vitality they have, the more excited I have. And because of that, when I step away, the sleep that I get, because yes, I'm mentally and physically. You guys know when I think I shared this before, my iWatch, right? Do you guys know when I'm passionate on my lives, I burn more calories than any freaking exercise I have ever freaking done.
Mm-hmm.
It just takes that red circle and just wraps it around. And Craig was on today. And as soon as I got done with the one this morning, you know what I mean, this afternoon, and Craig goes, "You're definitely passionate. You're, you know what I mean?" So again, Corky, that's why breakthroughs are here. Breakthroughs are here so someone like me can tell you, you don't have to be divided. Consistently follow your heart. Do the things that, you know, man, how many of you would like to be number 15th in the world and have a few million people on your TikTok that you can promote for your YouTube channel? Are you freaking kidding me?
Mm.
So God set you up.
Mm.
He set you up to get this launch in TikTok, to get you to believe in yourself and have confidence so you can make this easy transition to YouTube.
I love that. I love that, Robert.
And you know how big Corky's going to be on TikTok? Until it becomes brutally obvious that he shouldn't be there. And you'll know. You'll know. It's like, for those of you that surrender all and say to a higher power, give me the signs, do utterance, steer me in the right direction. You ask him to interrupt you and put you in a different scenario, and it won't be. I wonder if that's a sign. It won't be. You'll one day go, what do you mean? I didn't fricking change my password on my TikTok account.
Mm-hmm.
It'll be that obvious.
Yeah.
And you go, hey, I told you to shut the door when it needs to be shut. And what's the other verse that I love? Lean not on your own understanding.
Yes.
Man, Corky, I've been so incredibly passionately involved in projects in the past and constantly went, no, it's not feeling right, but what am I going to do? Look at all the time and money and stuff that I built in this. And then all of a sudden I get a letter saying, you know, you're terminated from the company. I was like, hey, I heard you. And then everyone came to my defense going, we're going to go fly into the company and get this overturned. And I was like, wait a minute. Wait a minute. And the next thing I know, I'm part owner of a company with 1 million shares of stock and made 50,000 in 50 days.
Right.
That door wouldn't have opened if I wouldn't have allowed him to shut the other door.
Right. I guess one of my questions is TikTok for me, it started slowing way down, but once I started with the inner circle, before it was the Inner Circle, but we're going to call it the Inner Circle. Things just started amping right back up, amping right back up. I mean,
you know what? I really truly felt, because what you found within yourself, Corky, is the real reason you were doing this.
right.
And you also found what I'm trying to teach other people. What if there's something else that depends on you than you just being you? So all of a sudden when you said, you know what, Robert, get the damn foundation done so I can start supporting you and the animals and the children.
I needed you to do that.
And soon as you went, wow, I'm not competitive, but I don't know if someone's going to outgive me with this Robert Foundation thing. As soon as you did that, then the universe went, crank the TikTok back up.
Right. Oh,
Crank that.
exactly. I didn't put that together. Exactly. And it's just the thought. I haven't given you that much. I have, I'm, I've had thoughts of starting a foundation,
But
because
you and I have to interview each other. So as soon as you want me on your TikTok, I want to support it and do whatever I can. And so let me know what I can do to help you make that grow.
well, in order to go on TikTok, for you to go live with me, you have to have 1,000 followers. That's just the way it is. For us to match together like that, they won't let. It's just you have to have 1,000 followers. But I
can't be on this, but you can't. I can't be on the same one with you.
No. Oh, you could come to my house.
I wonder. Okay, guess what? We're trying to figure out something, and it will be revealed to us. There's people that I know for a fact that are streaming on TikTok with multiple cameras, and maybe they're doing that with OBS or something.
It's through OBS.
I have StreamYard and I can do OBS too.
Yeah. So you would just pull in a Zoom call, say, or whatever your call thing is, and pull it into OBS.
At this level, I want to help. I want to help our inner circle. Anybody that wants tips to, I don't know that much. I've been wanting to talk to Matt about some other stuff as far as the foundation stuff.
He's waiting for you to reach out to him.
Okay, then I don't know how much I can bother you guys, or not bother you, but that's my thing. I've been going, Robert.
Here we go.
I want to help these guys. I want to help them.
Here's the next thing for the inner circle. All right. Remember how we talk about, if you could mentally be aware enough, every one of you, to go, I'm pretty sure the programming and the beliefs and the way I think right now, what is the opposite of that? What is the opposite of that? So, Corky, when you say, oh my God, I want to help these people, and I want to help Robert, and I want to connect with Matt, and I want all of this to blow up, but I haven't done anything, and they're probably too busy. Mm-hmm. See, these next statements that I'm saying are statements that are not making you feel good. So they're not true. So when I personally coach people, and this is our first private one, you guys have to rely on me and rely on Matt and let us tell you we don't have time.
Okay.
Well, I'm personally giving you guys permission to reach out to me and go, hey, what about this? What about this? What about this? Because you guys will notice as we continue to do breakthroughs and build a bigger audience and take this momentum and this movement to a great place.
That's what I want to do.
Yeah. Get this, you guys. I want to do a daily podcast.
Mm-hmm.
And on the podcast, I'm either going to call it the bottom line or pull your head out.
I know. I love it.
Because once you pull your head out, the world's a pretty bright place, if you know what I'm talking about. It's like, oh my God, I didn't realize it was this beautiful. It's because your head's too far in the wrong place, right? And so, it's to get that excitement. So Corky, if you reach out, Matt, I heard you on here. Can Corky reach out to you?
No, absolutely. You can reach out to me on Facebook or Instagram or Telegram. Those are the main places to reach out to me. So we can
Okay.
connect after this, and I'll reach out to you.
Okay.
But I was gonna say too, it's funny you're talking about TikTok, Dad,
Yeah.
and Jim pointed out, he's like, didn't TikTok just get banned in Montana? Do you think there'll be any problems with that if Robert's trying to stream on TikTok from Montana? It's
don't
funny
know.
and interesting to think about, but
I
I
think
don't
it's
know,
just
but I
the
know-
government. It's just the government entities.
government officials.
Yeah, yeah, that's where it's starting. So it's not just the normal people. And
But yeah, I mean,
which
I
it
would
could change
say,
any moment.
yeah, I honestly believe, and I don't have a lot of faith in the people that are running our country. I believe that someone else is in their ear telling them that they need to take their First Amendment rights away from TikTok. Because like Matt says it the best without getting into politics. It's okay for Facebook and Google to take your data
Exactly.
and Apple to take your data.
And
We
sell it to
don't
China.
want China to take your data. And I'm
Mhm.
going like, Facebook and Apple's already selling the data to China.
Mhm.
Yeah, they're doing it just honestly because, in my opinion, and this is just my opinion, but they're doing it because a competitor arose that's out of the country that's decimating them in a lot of ways. And they need
Yes.
to fix
Yeah.
that. So instead, they've already tried Reels on Facebook and Instagram, and it didn't take off at the level that they're looking at for TikTok. So now it's a good time to start lobbying to eliminate your competitors. It's like the worst part of extreme capitalism, in my opinion, is when a company, it's like anti in a way, because a company will get to a point where it's too big to fail, and then they can just go lobby to have smaller companies shut down or limited, which is against the whole point, which is to compete in the
Well,
marketplace.
I know the number one thing that was brought up, you guys. Let's all be brutally honest. So TikTok is in China, and how much taxes are they paying? Oh, well, they're a China company. All right, we got to shut this down.
Mhm. Mhm.
So Corky, did that help you with the distractions?
Yes, it did. Yes, it did.
Okay.
Thank you so much. But
So reach out to Matt right away, and between you and Matt, let's figure out a technical way that I can jump on with you and serve you on your TikTok channel and support you in any way. And that goes for the rest of you guys as well.
Yeah, I was gonna say one thing too, Corky. Do you have Telegram?
yes, I'm very strong in Telegram. I have a whole group. I have 2 groups in Telegram.
Awesome. I'll message you privately, and we can add each other on there, and I'll add my dad to that.
That
and then we
would
can
be
all have a
perfect.
conversation
Your dad
on
and
there.
I have talked on Telegram.
Oh, excellent. Then he
Yeah.
can connect
Yeah,
us.
he
Yeah.
sends me messages, but I ignore him.
Yeah, right. You've never ignored one. Never.
See, that's why I said that. I said that.
He wanted the praise.
I said that because you're going like, I can't talk to him. He's too busy. No, you just lied to yourself again, and you need to stop.
Okay. All
All
right.
right, I love you, Corky, and
I love
thank
you too.
so
Thank
much.
you so much. Thank you,
so
Matt.
much for
Thank you, Craig.
thank you for the super chats. I
You
mean,
bet.
oh my God, that's one of those things, you guys. If you put yourself out there and just trust it, I want every one of you to have this imagination. You're doing a YouTube live. And as you're doing a YouTube live, inspiring and bringing joy to people, someone clicks on the $sign and donates to you so you can donate to others.
It's huge.
Did you guys hear that? Now, they cannot. Now, so a lot of people are going, so why did you move from YouTube to Facebook? Do I need to tell you now? You know, I moved to YouTube, didn't even get serious yet, just starting to get serious. And I have paid subscribers. I have people that are super chatters that are giving me money, and I'm raising money to do what I want to for children. Facebook wouldn't let me do any of this.
Mhm.
So, you know, they're losing out. You know what I mean? So
I have one more question.
Nope,
It-
nope, you're done.
Yeah, I'm going to anyway. Is the inner circle recorded, and is it a place
Yes.
that we can go to?
Yes.
It doesn't go anywhere else. You don't,
Nope.
okay.
Nope.
Inner
That
circle
we-
stays right here.
Yeah, we gave one free, and also you guys brought this up. I want to make sure to get Bill in here. But I will save that for the closing. I got a closing for you guys, that the inner circle is to make sure you hit your potential,
There you go.
for you to be the best that you can be. So if there's other things that you would like me to talk about in the inner circle, we need to talk about that.
Yes.
All right. And that might be, hey, you know what? I would like to build a TikTok channel and make some money before it gets shut down. If you guys don't think I'll promote the bejesus out of Corky, you guys are out of your mind. I would do that all day long, because I'm not qualified. Now I'm becoming qualified pretty quickly on YouTube. It's like these guys were looking at my videos and they were going like, you know, every video you have like has 200, 300, 400 views on. Like, who does that? I was like, I don't know. Is that good? He's going like, you know, people usually get there in 5 years of building a YouTube channel. You know what I mean? So I thank God, you know, he's opening up this door, and that's cool. Okay, let's get Bill.
All right. Bill, you know what to do. I don't need to tell you. Go ahead, unmute yourself, and please share.
Thank you, Craig. You are awesome. And got a question for Corky. How do I sound? Does my mic sound any better?
A ton better. A ton better.
Good, good. You know what? I had it backwards.
Ooh.
I had my microphone backwards.
Oh, I thought you were
That'll-
talking
that'll
about
mess up
your-
a mic
I
for
thought
sure.
you were talking about your past life, Bill.
Yeah, you know what I did. You're right about that. And Robert, I like pulling your head out, because that's what I've been doing. So thank you for that.
Hey,
It's much brighter out here.
I resemble that remark. That's why I'm talking about that. It's like,
Awesome. Awesome. So I got some ideas. I just had a breakthrough right now. My son and his wife are gamers. They like playing games with other people
oh
on
my
the internet.
God.
So why can't they just stream it on YouTube?
They can.
Right?
Every one of these people that have Matt, go ahead and throw that one in that you did for me. Here's Matt, you know, so you guys, Bill, sorry for hijacking this, but
It's okay.
you're
Fine.
absolutely correct. So me, I try to look how big the audience of Gary Vaynerchuk is, and how big Brenda Burchard and, you know, Matthew McConaughey and Tony Robbins. And Matt's going like, are you out of your mind? And he sends me this link to this H2 podcast. And Matt is quite the geek as well. And then he sends me a link from this company that actually shows all your stats on your YouTube channel. And he's going, Dad, you know, these people are making $10,000, $15,000 a month, $20,000 a month on their YouTube channel. He goes, look at this one. And I was looking every day, Bill. They're doing podcasts, they're gamers, they talk about all kinds of stuff. And it was 425,000 they made that day. 328,000 they made that day. And then all of a sudden you see a goose egg. And I don't know if maybe they said something wrong and then that video got demonetized, because you got to be careful what you say if you're pulling in ad revenue and stuff. But that's when Matt got that idea that I didn't have, which you guys know that if you watch major networks, NBC, CBS, ABC, there's certain things that you can't say and you got to be careful. And, you know, it's like, listen, you know, what we're about ready to show you in this bad criminal scene is not sensitive for children, or, you know, you might be offended. Then you pay a monthly membership to HBO, and that's pretty much out the window. So to think, Bill, that you can have a channel that you're making all your ad revenue on, And then you have a membership like we have now with the Inner Circle, where you really don't want people, and I'm glad that Corky brought that up. You really don't want to talk about the sensitive stuff that each and every one of you are getting brave enough to talk about on here, and just have that open up to the public. You know what I mean? So it's going to be neat to know that the Inner Circle is the Inner Circle. And within there, we can talk about things that I probably, well, you guys know me, I would talk openly about it no matter what. But it took me a while to get there. I don't mind saying this, but Terry and I got to spend like about 3 hours with Josh Wagle in Cancun. And then Mark Aceta showed up and we were all sitting there talking. And I did that thing to Josh and Mark Aceta. I just said, hey, listen, what's your favorite sport? And Josh said chess. And I go, so who's the GOAT when it comes to chess? And he said Marcusum or something like that. He just spit this name out and he's going, there's no one better than this guy. And I go, great. I said, so who's the GOAT, the greatest of all time in network marketing? And Josh said, me? See, he didn't even say it bragging. He went, why are you bringing this up? And Mark Aceta was there. And he was going, me? And I go, don't you think that the world thinks that you too are some of the best people that have ever done this industry and you don't know who the GOATs are? I go, do you guys don't see a problem with that? And they were just quiet. So I just wanted to share with you that the little intricacies that I do to get people to think at a higher level works on people that are at the highest level. and all of a sudden I see the new website. Not getting off track here. And you go to the new website and there's this little space down there of what we do. And it says that we market premium quality products. I went, how many people like to be heard? You know what I mean? And so he's standing in front of the leadership of this company and he's going, listen, you become an affiliate and you share your affiliate link. That's all we do. Well, an audience that spends 2 hours, not including product testimonials of before and after, of course they didn't hear that. There's people already, because of one brand that we have, there's a whole group that's lost. So people are posting in the major group on Telegram. Do you know there's a instantageless.com website? Do you know they're selling this on Amazon? It's like, it's like, wow, you really don't get it, do you? So why would they buy it? That's why I did the video I did today, you guys, if you haven't seen it. I don't have to go into it. So why shouldn't people buy stuff from Walmart, Target, Costco, or Amazon? Why should they buy from you? You better give them a frickin' reason. Hey, listen, I just want you to know that this might sound, not what a normal person would do. But, before I leave this planet, I want to make sure that my kids and my grandkids are taken care of. And some of them have special needs. And I think that if you could find it in your heart to try some of the products that we have with the 60-day money back guarantee, that I would use that funds to take care of other children like them. Oh, that gives me a reason to look at your products other than the ones on Amazon. And that's why I did the connection today. It's like the younger generation is going, wow, Bill Shoemaker just wrote a book. I could buy the book from Amazon because he went through a Create Space to put it on Amazon, and Bill gets $1. Or I could go to Bill's website and buy the book from Bill, and Bill would autograph it, go down to the mail place and mail it for me, and he would make 10. And since he's using that money to take care of children like his grandkids, I'm going to buy a book from Bill's website instead of Amazon. That's the forefront of what you guys need to think about, because you're thinking that people buy stuff based on price. They do if they don't have an alternative. Has anybody ever bought a $10 candy bar? Okay, I bought a lot of $10 candy bars because a kid was standing there with a box saying, hey, if you buy one of these, me and the rest of the guys that we've already qualified for a game in New York City because we won our local tournament, and now we're going to a national tournament. And it's like, how many bars do you have in there? Well, I got like 25 of them. Oh, great. I'll give you $250 and I'll buy the whole box. Are you serious? Yeah. And then I give him the $250. He hands me the box of candy bars, and then I hand the candy bars back to him. He goes, what are you doing? I said, I'm proud of you. Keep doing that. Are you serious? See, why? I'll tell you guys why. I want to make up for every person that told that kid no. No, thank you. Not interested. Can't I afford it? I can get a candy bar at Costco for 75 cents. Listen, it says right on the front of the box, no assholes. No, it doesn't say that on the box, right? But that's why I do stuff like that, Bill, is to make up for all the idiots that said no or made excuses. I don't like sugar. Boy, didn't you hear what the kid had to say? And how many of you have bought things from kids? How's their eye contact? How's their body language? They got their head down. They have their shoulders down. They're not talking from their chest. They're like, hi, sir, sorry to bother you. Is there any way you'd be interested in buying a candy bar to help me and my other players go to a tournament in New York? They 100% said it because they know they're going to get another frickin' no. But their parents are parked down at the end of the driveway. And this is something that they're forced to do to raise money because they can't afford to go to the damn tournament. And all of a sudden, how many of you got in there? And all of a sudden, I give them $250. And then I give them the box back. And it goes from, really? Yeah. Their chest comes up, their shoulders go back. They're like, are you serious? It's like, just pull that miracle and that gift and that joy right out of them. What happens when they go to the next person? I think that would be called momentum, because I helped them. I said, have you talked to anybody on this street? Not yet. I said, go to Jeff. After you get done going to Jeff, go to Larry. After Larry, go to Don and tell every one of them, Mr. Hollis bought 25 of these. And he told me that you probably would say no. Oh my God, Bill, I'm sorry that I hijacked that, but
Oh, I love you, Hijack. And anytime you can hijack, I just wanted to just reach out and say thank you, brother. I appreciate you. And this inner circle. I mean, we're going to get so much value from you doing this. And I've got some ideas for my YouTube channel too. So
good.
Thank you.
Good.
Yeah.
Find out something that you love and then search it. Search it. I mean, because you talked about gamers, right?
Right.
And I say this to my son all the time. Do you guys know that there's two groups of people? One group of people that are playing the games, And the other group of people that went, I wonder if other people will watch me play these games. And I know every one of you are going, why would someone jump on a channel and watch somebody else play something? I don't know. The rest of us, you know, call it sports, and we watch it on TV, and we're watching other people play a game.
Yeah.
But that's okay. And so, you know, that makes sense to watch a NASCAR race or watch a, you know, a basketball game or a football game. But why would anyone be stupid enough to watch somebody else play a video game? Because they're not you, and that's what they're interested in. During the pandemic, you guys, Craig him and a group of people were doing plays online. They were doing a whole, like instead of going to the play, you guys could plug into what Craig was doing, and he's got all the characters that are coming on here doing their parts. They kept it rolling. You can't
And we're still going too. Got a show tonight.
How many of you guys do? That's why Craig is so good at doing this. You know, because, you know, Craig has got people all over. I forget what it was. Wasn't it somebody, Craig, that some of the artists that had some of the greatest scenes were just doing them, reading back and forth on Zoom or whatever?
Yeah, we've done plays online. We've done poetry. We do variety shows, comedy shows on this specific network channel that we've got. And it was through the pandemic, and it was great. It got us through everything, and it was fun. And people just started to, you know, come on board.
I don't know. Well, we'll have to figure out a form for this, you guys. Maybe it is in the community but please, that's what I was going to do for the close, is not only, you know, we all need to support each other. Kirky brought this up, but it is something we all need to do and support. It's like, how would you guys like this group to be so big that if I said that, well, you know, Corky wants to interview Lisa Marie about her farm and her ranch, you know, and yeah, but Lisa Marie needs a 1,000 TikTok followers. And Corky goes, hey, no problem. We'll just do an announcement in an inner circle. Please go to Lisa Marie's TikTok and like it. And we're going, okay, so that took a whopping hour to get 1,000 TikTok subscribers for Lisa Marie. I mean,
I've done it before for people.
Yeah, well,
it took a day or so, but yes, I can.
Yeah, we could do it for me.
Yes.
Because I want to support you, man.
Yeah, and the other part of that is, if you just started with that, TikTok's real shallow. It's easy to do. You're going to get followers. You're going to find your tribe, but you will find the people that love you and want to support you. You will find them. I promise you. There, $300 yesterday of love and support came into me for a couple hours work.
Yeah, I'm telling you that is a godly principle of what you said. You guys want to use the crazy network marketing statement? They say, if you ever start yourself on fire, people from all over will run to see you burn. And we see it, don't we? We see an accident. Everybody comes out of the house, you know, has got to see the accident. So, yeah.
One of the key things is that, Robert, what makes your success and what has helped myself, and it's been a thing for the last 5 years of my life, is not to have all the answers and sit back and listen. And to me, it's don't be, I don't know where I got this, but don't try to be interesting, try to be interested. And the more interested you are, the more interesting you become.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
And people can tell immediately whether you're full of BS or not. We are all born with a BS meter that sometimes doesn't work really good. But most of the time we're going, I don't think this person is very sincere in the way that they're sharing. And maybe they're doing it, setting me up to get involved in their business or buy something. And then we wonder why our videos don't get any views. But when you're doing it the right way, it's great. Craig, what do you got here?
Well, Mary Valchik just came on and asked if she could ask a question.
Yes, absolutely.
All right,
Absolutely.
Mary, come on, open up. There you are. There's your
Thank you, Mr.
unmute.
Shoemaker. I love and appreciate you.
Thank you, Bill. Appreciate you. Go ahead, Mary.
I'll try to make it quick. So as far as confidence, I'm okay. I know I can do this. I'm not afraid to talk to people. I'm comfortable with that sort of thing. So my problem is, Robert, as you know, I get in my head a lot. And one of the things that I try to do is envision, and it's been something that's been very hard for me. So I get like stuck in my head. So I want to envision my home, and I know we want to retire and we want to go someplace warmer or out west. So I can't envision because I can't figure out where the heck I want to live. And am I getting like too detailed?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. The more
Gotcha.
general, the more I'll share with you guys something that just hit a aha for me recently, Mary, and I know this will help you out and help the rest of the people here. Is now, do any of you go in your mind, I got to fix something, or I got to cook a certain meal, or I got to do this or whatever? And it might be just something so nothing, like, we call it like a nothing burger. And so, there's a couple of things that I want to do in the yard, and then I'll be laying in bed and I got my eyes shut and I see myself doing these little things. I'm going through what would be better, what would be easier. Do any of you guys do that? That's called envisioning. That's creating a vision. So isn't it crazy that we can, like, hey, I think I'll take a different way to work tomorrow. And you can sit right now and close your eyes. And I go, if you were going to take a different way to work tomorrow, which way would you go?
Figure it out.
I've never taken this street, but you know what I would do? I would actually look to see if the street connected to the ones that it needs to connect to get me where I want to go. And you're like, okay, Robert, that's no big deal. That's how much we complicate creating visions for our life.
Okay.
Because what we do is we don't do it in baby steps, and we don't make it general enough. So when you're thinking about moving to the West Coast, what if I'm just going to throw some crazy stuff out there.
Okay.
What if you stumbled across a person and you said, well, I was thinking, we're going to move to the West Coast. And a person said, you know what? I've been looking for someone I've been looking for someone right now to watch my home. And I don't know if you'd like to live in that area, but instead of it being empty, if you and your husband want to spend and your pets spend like a month there to see if you like it, I'd pay you to do that.
Gotcha. So when in the Science of Getting Rich, when they're talking about like envisioning, like the man who went through his house and envisioned, when they're talking about envisioning, they're not talking about find a city where you want to live. What they're talking about is find the type of home you want, the type of land you want. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And so it would be the general area.
Right.
It would be when I wake up in the morning and I stretch and I look out the window, I see water. I see mountains. I see a valley. See, I see sand. Everyone's got their own deal, right? You know what I mean? I wake up and I look out and I see incredible nice fences with animals in those fences.
Right.
See? So
Gotcha.
you want to envision on things that make you feel.
Okay.
Instead of beating yourself up because you're not detailed enough.
I know. Okay. Got it.
So, And again, like I know that you wasn't on here when I was talking to Corky, but just constantly check in with yourself. And here was something that was just downloaded to me. All right. So let's all imagine that we're sitting at this giant table breaking bread with each other. You guys are all there? And we're all at a place and they're breaking bread, and you didn't even get a menu. And they do this, this is called family style, if none of you know what it means. And they just start bringing stuff out and putting it out on the table. And a majority of you are looking at it and going, I have no idea what the hell that is. And I know I'm not tasting that. Okay. With that all said, it's like we start trying things and we're like, oh my God, I've never experienced this kind of taste. This is amazing. And not bragging, but this is bragging. United States has the most tasteless food on the frickin' planet. I'm telling you guys, you go to other countries in South America or Asia or even Europe, and it's like they just picked it out of the damn garden. They just pulled it out of the ocean. It's amazing the taste of food. You ever get to visit Budapest, and it's like every restaurant you're there and you're eating the food and you're just going like, food does not taste like this anywhere else. So I bring that all up is that's exactly the way, Mary, your vision should be.
Gotcha.
Your vision should be, you're slowly waking up, and what's the temperature and what does it smell like, and what,
Okay.
what kind of plants and flowers are being planted. What do you hear?
Gotcha.
What do you hear? And so, you stay in that state and then watch what the universe brings to you.
Gotcha.
Because you're envisioning, one day I'm going to be over here. This is what it's going to be like. And then don't be surprised by, I know that I need a piece of land. I got to find a piece of land. What kind of home? No, you're already blowing it. In my opinion, you're already blowing it. It's like,
Gotcha.
and some people are going, who in the hell would let you live in their house for free and pay you? It happens over and over and over again. Some of the nicest places that you would love to live, that is some people's second, third, or fourth home. That's a different level, isn't it? It's like,
Absolutely.
I know a person that is a professional dog watcher, and she sends me pictures from people's homes. Wow.
Cool.
And she's like, yeah, she says they're paying me to stay at their home and take care of their golden retriever and their shepherd. And I go, how long are you there? A month. You're getting paid to stay in this house with that pull and that view? Yeah. I'm going like, damn, I wasn't thinking smart enough. So Mary, thank you very much for bringing.
Thank you.
And for those of you guys all heard of a vision board, today we live in 2023 in May. Go online and look for videos. You know what I mean? Just, I'd like to live here. I want to look at a home here. I want to look at a view here. It's just amazing the stuff that we can go and again, people are teaching old school. Get a vision board and cut pictures out of a magazine. What's a magazine? Where do you buy a magazine? I know that sounds stupid, but to a certain group of people, that's not stupid what I just said there. It's like literally cut pictures out of a magazine and then glue them or post them to a board. It's like, no, check out this video. Check out this house. I was like, are you kidding me? Jim, because he knows my love of cars, you know, he sent me a car yesterday that this guy was driving it, and as he was driving it, it was over 2,000 horsepower, and it had electric motor on all 4 tires. And you could set the dial. Well, let me just say this. How many of you heard that a Lamborghini is a pretty fast car? They raced for 1 mile, and they gave the Lamborghini 3 football fields head start. And that car beat it. It's like, you know, and so there was a dial where he could turn it. You see these people now. See, I don't know why people would do this, but you see people that do nothing but drifting. You know, all the tires are just smoking and they're drifting. He was able to set it so all the motors didn't have anti-brakes or anti-skidding. And so you jump on it and it's 18, that's 9. So that's 450 horsepower per tire. So when you just open it up and take the computer away from it, it would just fry all 4 tires off the car. And so he was driving it around and all 4 tires are spinning and he's driving it all over. And he says, this is nuts, you know, 2,000 horsepower. And Jim sends me the video. And I'm like, listen, that's the way you want to treat people. You want to treat people where, I know someone that get a kick out of this video. And there's still a group of people. It's like, I'm not buying an electric vehicle like that. That's okay. That's okay, because one day you'll, just like NASCAR people, you'll look up and you'll go, Toyota won the world championship. There's already race cars right now that they're building a whole different group of racing just for electric vehicles. And they're going to figure it out. It's going to be an AI where it's just going to keep getting gooder and gooder and gooder and gooder. And in the future, what will happen with electric cars, not to get off track here, but you'll be able to pull in something like you used to do for a gas station, and you'll pull in and they'll drop the battery that they have, put in a new charged one, and you're on your way. That's where they're going. Because the only thing that gas has on cars is, well, they still can fuel them faster than you can charge a car. But what if you could figure it out where you never had to charge the car? Oh, then people are in trouble. See, that's what I figured out. I got a charger in the garage. Do you guys charge your phones? Raise your hand if you charge your phones. I charge my car. Car comes in, plug it in, unplug it when Terry wants to go someplace. She only can go 300 miles. It's like, it's nuts. People are like, well, it takes so long to charge them. How long does it take to charge your phone? Well, to be honest with you, I don't have to charge my phone. Why? Because you were smart enough to plug it in at night? Got up in the morning, unplugged a full phone? What a concept. Gee whiz. All right. So thank you, everyone. I'm going to turn it over to Craig. I love these breakthroughs. Did all of you feel like you learned something today? I'll tell you what, they're just going to keep getting gooder and gooder. I'm waiting for someone, not that I want you guys, but you really, really, really think about a breakthrough is getting unstuck, is whatever stopping you from not going into action. So if I asked you right now for the next week's breakthrough, what do you think is the biggest thing that's holding you back right now? Because if we could knock those out, then people are going to listen to the other people that are doing this, and it's going to knock them out. It's going to go, oh my God, I was there. Because once you get up every day and you're grateful for being a miracle, every day I get up, I'm like, oh my God, I'm a miracle. I'm grateful. And I can't wait to find other people that don't know they're a miracle yet. It's pretty difficult for me to have a bad day. So now it's the opposite. I'm like, when's the last time that I wasn't plugged in? When was the last time that I didn't do my morning ritual? When was the last time that I didn't plug in? And I'm talking about gratitude, prayer, personal development, and also listening to a few songs that take my energy level and stick it out the roof. So when you learn to plug in, it's just the same way that you guys feel about eating. Think about that. Where don't you even play with your mind when that happens? You go, I think I feel a little low on energy. I think I'm having a little small headache. Oh my God, it's 6 o'clock. I'm supposed to have been, I should have eaten by now. What if that's the way that you plugged into the universe? So when Terry jumps in the car, it's already fully charged. It's already plugged in. It's already connected to her Spotify with her favorite songs. She jumps in at the door opens up. She walks out, the door opens up for her. She gets in, steps on the brakes, the door is shut. She's in the car for just a little bit, and the garage door opens up. She pulls out, the windows go out by themselves, mirrors. Garage door shuts on its own. It's like every time me and her drive the Escalade, it's like we forgot how to drive. Can you believe that the Escalade, when you stop the car and put it in park, it's still running and it doesn't open up the door for you? It's like, what the hell's wrong with this thing? It's a 2022 decked out Escalade. Pull into the garage, throw it in park. Oh, I'm sorry, on the side now. Throw it in park, and it's frickin' still running. I got to shut it off. You don't have to do that to a Tesla. So me and her have both gotten out of the Escalade, opening up the door ourselves, and the truck's still running. Ah, gee, what a pain in the butt that I got to press a button to shut the car off. It's like, it's pretty funny. So we'll get you there. Craig, please close us out. I love and appreciate every one of you. And the only personal favor that you guys could do for me right now is if you're building a business. Did you notice how I said that? If you're building a business from any place, get people plugged into the inner circle so I can get their head and their heart straight. Because if I get the people that you surround yourself by, if I get their heads and their hearts straight, then you don't have to fight with them all the time. So get them focused in on their own vision and their own dream, and then everyone in your household is happy. All the people that you want to be leaders step up their game. So that is cool. So Craig, I love you. Thank you, each and every one of you.
Wow. Thank you, everybody, for joining us on this first Inner Circle breakthrough session, and of course, the first of many to come. And that's what's so amazing. And share this with everybody. roberthollis.com/join. Share everything about this group, about what Robert is sharing, because when you share Robert's going lives on a daily basis, or you share the Ask Me Anythings on Saturdays, you are sharing a part of this. And let's get them to join so that they can also become part of this amazing community that we have and take it to the top. So before we wrap up, I got to thank Rebecca David, Shauna Hancock, Corky Kinter, Bill Shoemaker, Mary Valchik for participating, for each one of you for being here and joining us and commenting and sharing. If you want to, the comments that are in Zoom, very simple. Put your cursor in the middle of the screen here. Then look at the bottom, or I'm sorry, wrong way to go. Put your cursor down in the chat area. There should be 3 dots there. Click on the 3 dots, then click on Save Chat. It will download at the very end of this video. For those of you that are watching on YouTube, it's right there. So everything that we've talked about, every link that we've shared is there in the chat, and we appreciate you. We love you. Thank you so much for being here. And I got to give it up also to Matt Hollis. Matthew, thank you so much. You are incredible setting up this whole foundation that we have and getting us in gear and getting us all in motion. So thank you so very, very much. Bless you, Robert, for doing this, for being our guide, our mentor, our GPS to success. And ladies and gentlemen, until next time, please be good to yourselves. Be cash. Bye-bye. I'm going to ask everybody to unmute themselves as we say
Thank you.
so long.
Bye.
Thank you guys. You all rock.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Craig. Thanks,
Bye,
Dad.
everybody.
Go Inner
Thank
Circle.
you.
Love you guys.
Love
Hey,
you
See
too.
you guys
Kev.
next week.
What's up, man?
You guys are dynamite.
Robert. Thank you, Kev. Thank you, Randy. Thank you, Rochelle. Thanks, James.
Thank
Thanks,
you.
Marcy,
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Bill, Shauna, Kev.